On this episode of Judge Judy, Charles, the plaintiff, is suing Desmond, the defendant, for damages in the total of $478,500. This includes general damages in the amount of $220,000 and special damages of $258,000. Charles and Desmond entered into a contract where Charles would pay Desmond $80,000 for the creation of a collage. This is the defendant, Desmond. Desmond breached the contract by refusing to create the collage. Defendant claims that damages should be zero because the majority of the damages were unavoidable, uncertain, and unforeseeable.
All rise. Both parties have been sworn in.
Good morning. I read your answers to this problem, and I just want to confirm some of the numbers that you are claiming. Plaintiff Charles, you are claiming that the benefit of the bargain that you are owed is $220,000. Is that correct?
Yes.
And you are claiming $258,000 in reliance damages. Is that correct?
Yes.
Now, I want to dig a little deeper into how you got here. So the $258,000, part of that was a $30,000 donation to an art school. Is that correct?
Yes.
So, plaintiff, what do you have to say?
It was for his sake. It was under my name, but then his painting was going to be projected in my art gallery.
She never told
so
me about
of
this.
course,
She never
Don't
told-
interrupt. It's not your turn.
of course, I need to. This is the way to build the hype.
Now stop.
Of the pot.
Was this donation part of the contract when the contract was made?
No.
And what was the actual contract for?
His painting that he never made.
So, Desmond, you were to make a painting. What was this painting to be of?
It was going to be a painting of my style. I use rotten bugs and blood and stuff.
Bugs?
Yes, bugs. $80,000. That's what the contract was for.
So, you were going to pay for an $80,000 painting. And what did you think you could sell that for?
300K.
300K?
Yeah.
You think
You need to know your
you
worth.
could
Stop. You think you could sell a painting made with bugs and blood for $300K?
Yeah.
That seems a little ridiculous. All right, moving on. More on the reliance damages. You also claimed $5K for flights and $1.5K for a suit. Tell me about these. Why did you claim these?
First of all, my family members are all big fan of yours. So, of course, they need to be there for the art gallery party. So that's why I booked the flights for them. And of course, I'm the face of the art gallery. I need to look good in order for people to pay a lot.
So again, these were not part of the original contract.
No.
Only the painting was part of the contract.
Right.
And you also were going to throw a party, and you spent $12,500 on the party.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yes.
And then when you decided not to have the party, there was a $9,000, it cost you $9,000 to cancel the party, is that correct?
Yes.
Why so much? Why did it cost so much to cancel?
Because I have built such a great hype for you. Everyone knew about this. So I had to, of course, spread the word that it was
Why couldn't you just have
cancelled.
the party?
Right.
Why not just have the party?
Because it was for his name and his art.
Were there other artists that were
Yes,
going to be
yes,
shown
there
in the
was,
gallery?
Honor. There
Stop
were many-
talking. It's not your turn.
Sir.
Thank you. Yes. But their names were not mentioned in the advertisement. It was
But they were still providing artwork for the party, for the gallery
it was
opening.
extra.
All right, that's enough. I've heard enough from you. Now, defendant,
Yeah.
you are claiming that you owe $0.
Yes, zero.
$0?
Z-E-R-O,
I want to hear
zero.
why you think that because you breached a contract, you don't owe this plaintiff $0.
Well, yes, I did breach, but I didn't really breach. The reason why
Now you can't do both sides. Tell me, did you
I
breach
can't.
or not?
Liar.
You previously said.
Okay, I didn't make the art, sure, whatever, but I did offer her art, beautiful art, my best art, that she refused to sell after I had given it to her. I was like,
No.
I offered another painting of mine. It wasn't the one she wanted, but it was another painting.
Another
That is
painting?
not
Yes.
sellable.
No talking.
There's no money.
Show me
That
the
she could've
painting.
sold.
Show me this painting.
Yes,
I
it's
wanna
a
see
beautiful
the
painting, one of my favorite works of art. Go ahead and show it to her.
Not sellable. Not even $1.
Let's see this painting. Okay, so you say that you could have sold this painting. Now, how much do you think this painting would have been worth?
I think, you know.
Don't lie.
um,
I'll lie.
the
Did you
paint-
try to sell this painting previously?
I did.
And you couldn't sell it.
Right.
All right, moving.
Exactly.
Charles.
You claimed $200,000 in damages to your reputation. Is that correct?
Yes, of course.
What reputation?
Stop
That
talking.
you destroyed.
You're
I have
using-
been building such a nice
Now,
reputation
can you
with
be
donation
certain-
and everything.
Excuse me, I'm talking. Can you be certain that your reputation was worth $200,000?
Oh, I've been
How could you
graceful.
find that number?
Oh, because I know
Her
my
dreams. Her
worth.
dreams.
Unlike him, I know my worth.
To me, that seems like that is an uncertain amount to land on.
Now, what? What do you have to
I
say?
have things to say about some of these numbers.
Okay, let's hear it.
You know, I want to focus on this reputation.
Mhm.
Her art was failing. Her art business was failing.
No.
This is
Liar.
stop. Thank you.
Liar.
Undisputable. Okay. This is undisputable that it has nothing to do with me. She never told me about anything besides this art piece. Period. I gave her an art piece that she refused to sell. That's her fault.
That's not
That's
the
why
fault.
I
Stop
think.
talking.
Thank you. That's why I think that I only should pay. Actually, it's nothing. Zero. ZERO 0.
Zero?
Yes.
You think you don't owe anything
Even though you breached your contract.
I mean,
You
no.
breached the contract. You breached the contract. You owe her something for the fact that you breached the contract.
Exactly.
Let's be real about this, folks. All right, I need to make a phone call.
Hi, this is Paulie C., policy expert.
Hey, Polly, how are you? Did you take a look at that case I sent you? I need some help with the policy rationales for this one.
Yes, I did take a look at it. Based on predictability and fairness policy rationales, I think Charles should only receive the benefit of bargain amount because she expected Desmond to perform on his end of the contract. As for the special damages amounts, Charles' actions goes against all efficiency and economic rationales. He didn't need to spend thousands to cancel the show, buy a new suit, fly his whole family out for the event. Giving people the freedom to contract is also giving people the freedom to make stupid choices.
That's a great point. Thanks, Polly. I'll talk to you later.
All right, I've made my determination. Desmond, you shouldn't have breached the contract, but you did. We can't go back, you already breached it, that's it. But Charles, you had a duty to mitigate damages and you didn't do that. You could have sold this painting and still recovered some of your damages, some of the costs that you had of the party. You could have had the party anyway, you could have sold some of the artist's work and recovered some of your costs. Charles, it is baloney that you donated $30,000 in reliance on the sale of the contract. That is just dumb. I don't give a rat's behind if you think it's a good deal. You don't spend that kind of money unless you have the cash in hand. As for the policy, my friend policy, freedom of contract, everyone has the opportunity to enter into contracts, even if it's a dumb choice. In that case, Desmond, you have to pay $70,000 in damages, in general damages, for the benefit of the bargain between the $150,000 that you were offered for the painting, as that is the only way that we can estimate the fair market value of this piece. Now that is it. My determination is final. Case dismissed.
To recap, Judge Judy's ruling. Defendant, seller, breached the contract. He owes the plaintiff, buyer, $70,000. The fair market value was determined as the offer received for the art, which was $150,000, minus the contract price for the art, which was $80,000, which equals to the $70,000 in general damages. The defendant does not owe any reliance damages. Why? Suit cost, donation, family flight equals $0 because of foreseeability limitations. Reputation is 0, the certainty limitations. Party cost and party cancellation, $0 because of the avoidability limitations. Judge Judy orders defendant to pay $70,000 in general damages. Another great debate resolved.